This is one of those moments where the tension isn't loud, but it's razor sharp, because what you're watching here isn't just a hearing, it's a setup. Adam Schiff is trying to force one answer, one word, one commitment, recuse, and Todd Blanche refuses to give it. Not directly, not cleanly, not in the way Schiff wants, and that's where the entire exchange turns. Because Schiff's argument is actually very straightforward. If you were Trump's lawyer, if you defended him in these exact cases, how can you now oversee anything related to them? To Schiff, that's obvious. Conflict of interest, end of story. But Blanche doesn't play along. He keeps everything in the gray. It depends. I'll follow the rules. I don't know yet. And that's not accidental, that's strategy. Because the moment he says yes, he locks himself out. The moment he says no, he walks into a political firestorm, so he does something far more controlled. He stays non-committal, and that's what frustrates Schiff. You can actually see the shift happen. Schiff thinks he's got him cornered, but instead of stepping into the trap, Blanche just doesn't move. And suddenly the entire exchange starts looping. Same question, same answer, over and over, and this is where it gets bigger than just these two. Because what's really being debated here isn't just ethics, it's control. Who gets to oversee investigations, who decides what's a conflict, and how much discretion officials actually have once they're in power. Schiff is pushing for a clear line. You worked on the case, you step away. Blanche is pushing the opposite. Case by case, situation by situation, no blanket rule, and that difference, that's massive. Because one creates limits, the other creates flexibility. Now layer in the context. A weaponization working group, investigating past prosecutions, while the same people involved might now oversee that process. That's where the real tension comes from. Not just legality, but perception. Because in politics, perception can matter just as much as reality. If people believe the system is biased, even if it technically isn't, trust starts collapsing. And once that happens, everything becomes suspect. Every decision, every investigation, every outcome. That's why Schiff keeps pushing. He's not just trying to get an answer, he's trying to force clarity. And Blanche, he's doing the opposite. Keeping it open, keeping it flexible, keeping control. And that standoff, that refusal to fully concede either way, that's the real story here. Because it shows you exactly where things are heading. Not toward clean lines, but toward contested ground, where every decision is going to be questioned.